Hello friends, welcome back. Today I'm gonna share one of my failure when I was a kid, and this is the video all about learning from our failures and our mistakes. So when I was, I think, 10 years old, back then I was in 5th standard. When I finished my exams and I got the result, and I came to know that I failed. I didn't pass the exam. I didn't pass the class. So I had to study again in the same class. So I had to repeat in the same class with a lot of strange students. I mean the students that I didn't know. So when I was in the same class for the second time, I didn't have any friends. I didn't know anyone. So I always sit at the back of the class like a backbench. So I would call myself as a backbenchers. And the most important lesson that I learned from that failure, it is really not easy to be alone. At the same time, I learned how to cope with being alone. We could be alone at any point of our life, but we have to cope with that. It is okay to be alone. Being alone, we can achieve a lot of things. So that is the one thing I have learned back then when I was 10 years old. But I'm not sure about that. I did learn that when I was 10 years old. But looking back, looking at the 10-year of myself, now I learned that. That was the moment I was alone, and also I tried myself to be strong even I was alone. And I think the second thing that I have learned, there is always a fresh start. There is always a new beginning. Whatever already happened to us, there is always a new beginning. Like I said, I failed in the 5th standard. I failed when I was 10 years old. But at the same time, I got an opportunity to grow myself. I got some new people, I connected with some new people. They taught me how to study, how to do the things exactly. So I got some friends, they helped me to study, to grow, to participate some in extracurricular activities. So that was so amazing, that to got a new opportunity and have a fresh start. So there is always a new beginning for anything, and there is nothing late, there is nothing late. We have the time to start a new thing. That could be a passion, that could be a new profession, that could be anything, a new skill. So there is always a new beginning for everything, and it is possible that to make the changes in your life, to make yourself more better person. So this is the second lesson that I have learned when I was 10 years old. I mean, I didn't learn back then when I was 10 years old, but when now I look back to the old days, the memories that I have, now I realize that is the thing I have learned when I was a kid. Yeah. The last lesson that I have learned from my failure is that about friendship. So when I was in the 5th standard for the first time, I used to spend the time with the people that I didn't get to spend in the next year. I had to repeat in the same class, but the friends, the people that I used to spend time with, they got into the next class. They get passed to the another class. So I was like, as I said, I was lonely, and they started to spend their own time, because they are in new class. I was in another class. So I had to find new people. I mean, I didn't have to find new people, but it happened that I find new people. I started to spend time with the new people. I started to learn from new people. So here is the thing. Friendship may not stay always the same. It keeps changing. I mean, not only about the friendship, maybe every relationships, it changes. The only thing remains your attitude. Your attitude towards a relationship, towards an event, towards your failure. So it's always, we have to keep the pace. We have to keep some level with our attitude. We have to be more flexible to adopt a new environment, to adopt a new failure, or to adopt a new relationship. I think we all have to be more resilient, self-resilient. So it's like we have to be more strong towards a problem. Our perception towards a problem. When we fail in friendship, we have to be more strong. So the resilience is so important. So friends, these are the things that I have learned when I was 10 years old, when I had my first failure. And here I have to say that I learned some lessons, but I am not perfect. I am not really perfect at handling with the failures or handling with a relationship or handling with a friendship. Yeah, I'm not perfect. I have learned something. I'm just sharing that, but still I'm not perfect at these kind of things. I could fail again. I got other failures after this failure. I had some other failures, but we will talk about that things in another videos. Yeah, so here is the thing. I'm not perfect. Even though I have learned all these things since I was a child, same time I'm not perfect. I fail. I struggle with relationship. I struggle with my emotions. So this is all normal, to feel, to have some emotions and to fail. Yeah, so friends, this is I all wanted to talk about today. I hope that this video, in some way helps you. So friends, please subscribe and support. We'll see you in the next video, friends. Bye bye.